Hollywood is burning, not with blockbusters, but under its own weight. Teenagers with iPhones are outpacing Netflix with one-minute soap operas shot in their bedrooms. Billions in studios, toppled by a tripod and a cliffhanger. And it's not just Hollywood. Every business is in the same fight, the battle for attention.
China's microdramas already out-earn the box office.
If you're a business owner, advisor, or leader, this matters. Attention is the only currency that counts now. Stick around, and I'll show you why the future of attention looks nothing like the past, and how to win it without Hollywood money.
Welcome to the Digital Advisor Weekly Broadcast. Looking to boost your business with the latest trends, innovative tech, and must-have resources? Join us to discover how to successfully scale your practice and automate the process. Here to guide you is your host, the dynamic leader of Advisor Marketing Hub and managing partner at American Financial, Rob Sousa.
Welcome back, everybody. Rob Sousa here for another episode of the Digital Advisor Weekly, the show where we don't just talk trends, but we break them down so that you actually can use them to grow your business. Now, let me hit you with something crazy. As you kind of just saw, Hollywood is collapsing under its own weight with this whole tech AI movement, actors, unions freaking out about actors losing jobs to actual virtual clones, teenagers, and of course, in a live cast. Somebody decides to call me during a live cast. Or is it my fault because I didn't silence my phone? Yeah, that's it. All right. And talking about, literally, I was just about to talk about teenagers on their phone and I can't get them off. And YouTubers who are actually competing and outpacing Netflix with more views than Netflix episodes are getting. And in China, 1-minute soap operas are actually making more money than the box office. And we're going to talk about that in just a second. But it's not clickbait. It's the new reality. And here's why this matters. One, attention is the only currency that counts these days. It's all you have. Doesn't matter what you sell, what your service is. If you don't have any attention on it, then you don't exist. The tree falling in the woods, does it really fall if nobody sees it, kind of thing? Yeah, that's it. And short form storytelling is dominating the internet. People would rather binge 101-minute cliffhangers than watch a $200 million box office movie. Why? Well, because if you don't like the box office movie, if it's a flop, you don't have to get up out of your seat and walk out. Micro dramas, just wait 30 seconds. And then you can move on to something else, or the next episode may just get better. But you're not committing $25, and then if you get some popcorn, a few other things, $40 and 3 hours of your night wasted if you don't like the content. And that's why movie theaters are on their way out, unfortunately. And this shift, it's not really optional. It's kind of like Blockbuster trying to hang in there, competing against Netflix. We all knew it wasn't going to survive, and it didn't. So today we're diving into why docuseries or microdramas, yes, it's the kind of storytelling reserved for Netflix, are now one of the smartest tools a business owner can actually use. Advisors, entrepreneurs, they can use this concept to grab attention long enough to turn people into fans and a following where they like, know, trust you, and want more, and want to do business with you. They want to keep coming back for more.
Read the group chat.
It's the internet's newest obsession. Enter the group chat, a 5-part fictional TikTok series starring 27-year-old Cindy Robinson. The show's plot revolves around a text chain among 7 girlfriends, all played by Robinson. And viewers can't seem to get enough. Robinson's all too relatable group chat skits have gotten more than 80 million views on TikTok. Robinson herself gaining more than 1 million followers. Her now viral hit has everyone commenting and tuning in, including celebrities like Leslie Jones, Hailey Bieber, and superfan Charlie Puth. The people have spoken. Sydney Robinson is here. Good morning.
Hey, Sydney.
Thank you so much.
We're just marveling at this. First of all, you just started posting this 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, maybe
And
even less.
It's blown up. And this is not your day job. You work in the jewelry business.
Yep.
And how did you start to put together this skit and these series?
Yeah, this one I've actually, some of my other series that I've done are more so like I'll write it on the way home from work and just film it immediately. This I've actually been writing for about a year. I was on a plane flying to Vegas for my job, and I had just recently started watching Jersey Shore Family Vacation.
So much great art is inspired by the Jersey Shore.
Yes, really.
Yes.
So let's pick up from there. It's the attention economy. Think about it. Doesn't matter how good your product or service is, how sharp your suit is, what kind of car you drive, or the watch you wear. If nobody's paying attention, it's irrelevant. Unfortunately, that makes you irrelevant. Let's not let that happen. You have a product, a service, a story to tell, and we're trying to inspire you to do it. It's like oxygen. You can't live without it. And right now, the fight for attention is more brutal than doom scrolling Amazon just to find that one product that you want at the cheapest possible price. And if I just keep scrolling, maybe I'll find the same one but cheaper. We've all lived it. We're living it every day. And we're scrolling past ads as quick as possible. We're ignoring emails. Yeah, as yesterday I had like almost 4,000 emails in my inboxes. We're skipping commercials faster than we can hit the skip ad button on YouTube to get to the content we want. Yes, we've monetized, but we've kept commercials off just to avoid that problem. The only things breaking through, not though, the only things breaking through are going to be things that can grab your attention the way that a good soap opera does. Drama, bite-sized doses. And that's why 14-year-old YouTube creators, influencers, are now competing with more views than some of the best content on Netflix. And here's the scary part. It doesn't stop at entertainment. It's bleeding into every area of commerce. Business, finance, marketing, everything. If you're not capturing attention, someone else is, and they're eating your lunch while you're still wondering why no one liked your LinkedIn post.
I've prepared a 37-page report on the economic value of...
That's boring. Yo, a teenager just got 20 million views filming their dog sneezing in slow-mo.
That's the attention economy. Be the boring binder, or be the dog sneeze. It's your choice.
All right, so let's talk about what's rising from the ashes of another transition in the marketing industry. Micro dramas and docuseries. And now before you roll your eyes and think, Rob, I don't need to star in a soap opera, hear me out. Here's what's happening. One, microdramas are exploding. In China, apps like Real Short, they're pulling in billions of dollars. Titles like Secret Surrogate to the Mafia King is crushing it. Doesn't matter how cheesy, people just can't get enough. They can't stop watching. Two, social media is fueling this. On TikTok, creators like Sydney Robinson are dropping one-woman shows and pulling tens of millions of views per episode. That's outpacing network television. And it was one person with a phone, and it can be bigger than primetime. Three, Hollywood is finally paying attention, and they're threatened. Veterans just launched the Microco It's an app dedicated to like this short form drama format. And when Hollywood starts chasing kids on TikTok, you know something's up. But here's the kicker. Docuseries are the business version of microdramas. They pull people in, they keep them hooked, keep them coming back, and it builds trust episode by episode, giving you an opportunity to build a relationship with your audience. I also want to remind you, by the way, I didn't want to get too far into it. Okay, so my producer read my mind. Let's answer some questions along the way. The benefit of being live. Alice from Los Angeles. Microdramas and docuseries sound huge for creators, but how does that apply to us as advisors or service professionals? How does it apply? Well, in our industry, what have we been doing for decades? We've been doing workshops, educational workshops, dinner workshops, and webinars. Well, we've done them so much that people are bored. Been there, done that, seen that. Do I really need to get in my car and drive across town? No, but I could sit and share something that's interesting and viral and say, honey, sit down, you got to watch this. And it does, and you can do it faster than you can eat your dinner on the couch. So I'm looking for any other questions really quick. So real quick. Okay, what's the first step an advisor take to start creating their own docuseries? I'm going to go into that a little bit later. So, Kira, I'm going to come back to that in just a minute. So let's jump into the next video.
Behold, I've spent $200 million creating a cinematic masterpiece with A-list actors, explosions, and CGI dragons.
Cool. I just filmed a 1-minute soap opera where my goldfish cheats on me, and it got 30 million views overnight. People love drama. Doesn't matter how cheesy. One phone, one hook, and boom, bam, bigger reach than your dragons. Maybe I should get a goldfish.
All right, let's connect the dots. Why does this matter to you as a business owner, and why should you care about docuseries? I'm gonna give you 3 reasons. 1, storytelling builds trust because people can relate to it. They can put themselves in the story, and ads feel like kind of like a one-night stand versus docuseries where people coming back is kind of like dating on an ongoing basis, right? You get to know people better and better and better, to where sometimes characters in docuseries become more real to you than some of the people in your own life. That's kind of a problem, but it's happening and it's true. 2, consistency is what builds momentum, and each episode creates anticipation. Your audience actually wants the next chapter, which is way more powerful than begging for likes on LinkedIn. Content leverage is the 3rd one, and one docuseries episode can fuel an entire ecosystem. Social clips, emails, presentations, podcasts. I could go on and on. It's kind of like Costco content. It allows you to buy in bulk because you know you'll eventually use it all, right? We all do it. And that's why docuseries aren't just entertainment. They're strategic business tools for capturing and holding attention. Attention, that's the theme today. And building relationships. All right, answer one quick question. Brian from Tustin. Hey, my hometown, Tustin. Let's see, okay. But as an advisor, how is docuseries really different from just posting more social media content? Well, and that's a good question, because in social media content, people they may see one post and then miss the next 5 because it was in their feed at a time they weren't on. And so, like I said with social media, it's like a pot shot. You may catch 1 out of 20. The viewer may only catch 1 out of 20. So you've lost your story arc because they're not going to catch all your content. Now, in a docuseries, it's actually on a landing page, episode after episode, and you can go from one to the other, and you come back and pick up where you left off. That's the difference. It's like a webinar, but better because it has drama and story and anticipation. All right. Hopefully that answers your question, because we're going to jump to this next video and we're going to get to the how-to.
Hey, you. Yeah, YOU. Buy my product today. Limited time only. Act now or forever miss out. Anyone? No one? You sure? You see, content and ads like that are not working anymore. Check out this next clip that don't only build trust, but create binge-worth momentum. So last year, I was struggling with the same problem most of my clients face, and here's how we solved it. But honestly, that was just the beginning. And if you think that's good, wait until you hear what happened next. See the difference? Ads are one-night stands. Docuseries are relationships. People don't just buy, they binge. And the best part? One docuseries episode is Costco content. One sample turns into clips, posts, and podcasts in your cart.
And somebody just commented, sounds like Quibi. And if you don't know Quibi, Quibi was a short form platform that came out, and yes, it bombed. So why is what we're talking about today more relevant than Quibi? Well, because Quibi overspent. They burned through $1.4 billion. Why? Because they were making Hollywood-style short content. I mean, full sets, crews, actors, everything. Up to 125,000 per minute. No wonder they bombed. They ran out of cash. And that's why that's like buying a Ferrari just to deliver DoorDash to people. It's so overdone. Although some people are weird about their cars. They live in a one-bedroom apartment, but they'll buy a $150,000 car. I don't get it. I diverge. All right. But tech has changed since Quibi. And today, you don't need a studio anymore. You just need AI and a smartphone, maybe a good microphone. And you can produce binge-worthy, super creative content in hours, not months, and for pennies on the dollar. 3, audiences want real and not so much polished anymore. They're looking for the authentic. I think social media has made us addicted to being the fly on the wall, seeing somebody at home in their bedroom recreating a dance, being silly, joking around with your kids, pranks. We have become addicted to that. I just want to see some kind of real life. It's reality shows, right? Started with what, Real World way back when. And so we want you to encourage you to start thinking creatively about, if I have the ability to do this, what ideas would I use? What characters would I create that people could relate to? How can I create suspense and a story that people want to stick around and get to the end? But your iPhone in your office, I'm telling you, will outperform $1 million set if it's done right. So no, this isn't Quibi 2.0. This is DIY, business powered, audience first, and it actually works.
Quibi burned through $1.4 billion in record time, proving you can spend a fortune making short shows nobody asked for. Wait, they spent how much? That's like ordering a Happy Meal with a private jet. No wonder they tanked.
Yeah, Quibi crashed.
But here's the thing, docuseries are a whole different ballgame. You don't need Hollywood budgeons anymore. You just need a story, a phone, and an audience that craves connection. Wow. I think that's what I need. Forget Quibi. Sign me up for the docuseries playbook.
Yeehaw! Okay, so I'm going to circle back to the previous question that I promised I'd get to, and that is, okay, how do I actually make one of these things? Yep, that's it. At Kaira, I think. Kara Lim. I apologize if I didn't pronounce that correctly. Well, okay, so it's kind of a teaser because we don't have enough time in this episode to go over the entire how-to, but I'm going to give you the highlights, and then you can come back for our masterclass on Friday and get all of the details that you need to do this on your own. First, though, most important, you need a story arc. Every docuseries has a beginning, middle, and an end. No story means you're going to lose people and they're not going to continue binging your content. You've got to have a good story. All the AI in the world, and if your story's not good enough, it's not going to matter. And then two, make sure that you keep it short. Remember, we're talking about docuseries, micro-series, micro-dramas, all of those things. So make sure that you keep it short. Episodes should be tight enough where busy people can consume them on the fly, on a lunch break, sitting in their car, sitting, not driving. And think snackable. Don't pack it like Thanksgiving dinner. You're going to overwhelm people. Then they're going to fall asleep from the tryptophan. If you don't know what that is, look it up. You need a hook every time. That's the arc. You need story. You need to keep it short. And you need the hook. It's a cliffhanger. The hook that's going to want to make them come back for more, to see what's next, what's the end of the story. So they're leaning in for the next episode. That's the skeleton. We're going to go into it deeper on Friday. But the real meat of how to build, shoot, structure, launch it is what we'll cover in our in-depth session this Friday, 8 a.m. We do them every Friday, 8 a.m., but you do need to register. The link is below. We'll try and put it also in the, well, there it is. Okay. And you can register to join us live, where we're going to help you get started on your journey of creating a fun, either commercial or docuseries. Let's hit the next video.
Welcome to episode 1 of my docuseries. Today, I'll be reading the entire history of financial regulations, starting in 1864.
Just kidding. Okay, here's how you actually make a docuseries.
First off, you need a story arc. Beginning, middle, end. No story means no bin.
You keep it short, snack-sized, not a Thanksgiving buffet.
And finally, every single episode needs a hook. Yes, even in business. Cliffhangers aren't just for soap operas. And the real playbook? That's what we're diving into this Friday at 8 a.m. PST.
All right, let's land this plane and hand you your ticket for your next flight, because this is just the layover for you. Really what you're going to want is all the detail from the masterclass on Friday, so that you have everything you need either to do it yourself or to bring in a team to help you, because it's much, much easier than you think, which has made it accessible to everyone. Remember, attention is currency. Docuseries are the new tool to get it done. And the ones who figure this out early, if you're first to market, you're going to be the one to win. So here's the offer. If you're serious about capturing attention, the kind that builds trust, authority, momentum in your business, and you want to know how to create one of these for your own business by developing your own docuseries idea, send it to me. And I want you to pitch it like you'd be pitching a studio. And we're going to pick one person, whoever has the best idea, and we're doing this for the next 30 days, who pitches us the best idea. We're going to produce the entire docuseries for them. But you have to come up with a pitch deck and send it to rob@amhsupport.com. We'll be doing this all month. And then join us on Friday, because we're going to get in depth, the tools that you need, the software, an iPhone, microphone, and you're good to go. No fluff, no theory, just step-by-step playbook that will create and also give out to everybody registered for the event, so that you have everything you need already prepped in a checklist. And because it's in today's world, we know you will win attention, which means you can start to attract people to want to do business with you. So that's it for today's Digital Advisor Weekly. I hope you're walking away fired up, getting that creative ideas going, and you feel differently, more hopeful about how you can grab attention through storytelling, and why docuseries are the smartest play right now in today's digital world. I look forward to seeing you on Friday. Grab your spot and register and get ready to tell your own story. Don't forget, we're here every Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. Pacific, with the Digital Advisor Weekly, where we help leverage automation, artificial intelligence, and virtual assistants to dominate your market and convert leads. And of course, each one of these is followed by our in-depth masterclass, Fridays, 8 a.m., where we go step by step, give you everything you need to do it yourself. So until then, stay sharp, stay visible, and keep winning attention. And I'll see you in the digital world.